Good evening, peeps. I'm Auriel Grace, and welcome to a spiritual show. So, tonight we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, numerology. So, while I took my trip to Florida, I picked up this book. This is a great book. A lot of you have asked me for numerology books. This book can help you understand a lot of different things about numerology. It can assist you with like teaching you about the numbers, their meanings. It can give you different graphs to use for breakdowns. In fact, we're going to use two different breakdowns tonight because a lot of you have asked me for this. So, and I haven't done breakdowns before, and I feel like it might help you because numerology is like an oracle kind of thing. It can give you handy tips about you, who you are, and maybe what you need to do to like balance things out, right? What you need to do to, I don't know, help yourself. You may understand things that are holding you back, or you may understand what brings you or pushes you forward, right? So numerology is really actually very fun. So check out this book. I got it at Five Below. It's The Power of Numbers. Okay. It's by Jessica Allen. And I've been reading it off and on for the past week. Pretty awesome. All right. So check it out. All right. I'm going to set this aside. So tonight we're going to talk about our destiny numbers. I know previously I've talked about the your birth numbers and how that is your life path, and I've shown you like the number grid and that. And I have I have the number grid again, so we'll be able to I'll be able to show you how to do a breakdown from the number grid to create your name, to figure out your numbers for your destiny, and then also we're going to break it down even more and find out what you truly like. What is your heart's desire? What do you desire the most? And how it can help you to stay on the path that you chose before you came here, right? Right. So, numerology has been around for, there actually isn't a recorded date when people started using it. We know that the Egyptians used it. We know that the Egyptians were the ones that put spiritual meaning behind numbers. You know, they were really into the occult, they were really into divination, different forms of divination, and numbers was one of the things that they were really interested in. So, numerology can assist you, and it's been assisting people like for ages. All right. So the ancient Egyptians believed in seven paths to heaven. All right. And then they also believed in 11 dimensions. So different paths, different dimensions, right? And they numbered each one, and there was a spiritual meaning behind each number of each path or dimension. All right. So Pythagor okay, this is a long word. Pythagoreanism. Those they believed that odd numbers were for males and even numbers were for females. All right. And the number 4 stood for justice, and the number 10 was for perfection. Now, the number grids that I use, I don't use 10. In fact, what I've always done is I've always broke down the 10 to a 1. So 9 is the end. I go from 1 to 9, and you'll see the grids in a sec. So um, the Indian numerology is actually what I use a lot because I like Indian numerology. It's more expansive and they explain a lot more about what the numbers mean. Okay. And everyone has a different meaning for the numbers. All right. It means the same thing. They use different words. I guess that's the best way I can explain that. So, Indian numerology pays close attention to birth dates because, well, Indians, Indians are really into astrology, and that's how they plan their lives through astrology. Okay. All right. So, they also have developed their number theory. Now, what is really cool as I've been studying numbers is that um, the people that are the people that the Indian numbers, well, all of them, again, they s- they have the same meaning, different words. Okay, so they all use different vocabularies. Now, we're going to talk about destiny numbers because a lot of people ask me, well, what am I supposed to be doing? And I always think of that as like, wow, hmm, what are you supposed to be doing? What is your main theme for this life? And so sometimes when I'm doing readings, I will draw out a chart and I'll do the numbers just so I can be a little bit more precise. Um, and just because I say, like, oh, you're a one, so that means you're a leader, it doesn't mean that you're going to be a leader of a country. It just means that you are a leader. You have that within you to lead, or you have it within you to lead yourself, right? Accountability. You can take accountability for your life, leading your life. All right. So I know that may sound vague because, oh my God, no, number one's supposed to be leadership. Well, yeah. It's for those people who want to be accountable. All right. And who want to lead, who want to be a good example. All right. Being a good example doesn't mean that, again, that you may be leading a country or leading a huge corporation or something. You could be if that is your interest. But since we have a variety of numbers in our chart, you'll see that tonight, they all combine and make you. All right. So I'm going to go over this with you. So the destiny numbers are your life purpose. Okay. So what is it? What is your life purpose? So a person's life generally offers multiple paths to happiness and success. And we all go through different phases in our lives, right? So we may have the same idea when we're, I don't know, like in our teenage years, and it may morph that idea, which is the same idea, but it may morph to something more expansive. And then again in our 30s, again it morphs into something more expansive. So you'll see that as you mature, you know, the meaning of your purpose may shift and change a little bit, which is cool. It's fine. Allow it, please, because we want to allow growth in our life on all levels, in all ways. Okay. So I'm going to go through the numbers with you and then I'm going to show you a chart. Okay. So leadership, one. All right. So that's a one. It's being a good example. The risks and challenges of being a leader are stress, giant ego, and stubbornness. Okay, I can relate to the stubbornness part. Two, relationships and harmony, mostly harmony, connecting with people, connecting people, and being a great team player. Okay. The risks and challenges with this number are neediness and complacency. All right. Three, creativity, creating using your imagination. Risks and challenges are eccentricity and lack of focus. Four, security, establishing foundations. That means that you are also practicing that relationship thing, because um, how can you establish a foundation without having, relationships, being grounded? Okay. So the risks and the challenges are overwork and exhaustion. Five. Five is the number of our adventurers. They are the travelers, the explorers. So the risks and challenges with that are impetuousness and indecisiveness. Six, house and home. Okay, so house and home is that place where you call home. Wherever you are home. All right. So it is that thing that is within you that is nurturing, that takes care of you. Right. Okay. All right. So knowledge, seven is knowledge, spirituality, and intuition. That's learning, analyzing, and discovering. All right. Expansion. Risks and challenges, being too introverted and in your head. Spinning your head, spinning those thoughts around in your head. You don't want to be doing that, okay? It doesn't help. All right. Eight, wealth and material success. So that is a huge lesson, wealth and material success. All right. So wealth and material success is acquiring and accumulating. Risks and challenges are greed and selfishness. Nine is transformation. It's becoming a better person. And the risks and challenges with that is arrogance and aloofness. 11 is inspiration. It is guiding and seeing others as equal. Risks and challenges, impatience and anxiety. 22 is activity. They're the builders, the constructors, the engineers. And the risks and challenges is judgmental, exacting, and critical. So 33 is well being, taking care of others, promoting health and wellness, and it fosters unity. The risk and challenges of that is being overly sentimental or sappiness. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show a, here it is. All right. So here we go. Here's a chart. So you're going to see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the alphabet underneath. All right. And you can, like, I have mine on a sticky note all the time on my desk. So if I have to do some numbers for people real quick, then I can grab my little chart and start writing down stuff. All right. And so I'm going to use myself as an example, because usually when I use my friends as examples, they get upset. So me, this is me doing this. All right. So um Auriel is my numbers equal 30, and it breaks down to 3. And then Grace is a 25, which breaks down to a 7. 3 plus 7 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1, which is leadership. Okay. So, but in this Ariel is a 3, which is creativity, right? And the 7 is spirituality, intuition, and knowledge. All right. So those are my destiny number is 1, which is leadership, accountability, and being a good example. So this chart you can do for yourself, and you can put, you can figure out your numbers. Now, I do have blogs on numerology. If you go to my blog, Clarity 101, on my website at aurielgrace.net, you can just look it up and you'll see these charts there. And you'll also see like the blogs for it. I also have videos on YouTube for numerology too with breakdowns. So if you need to pause the video right now to figure out, like, get your chart going so you can figure out your numbers yourself, do that, okay? And I'm going to keep going though. So, all right, so that is the destiny number part. Remember, your birth your birthday is like your purpose, right? That's your life's purpose. Those numbers equal your life's purpose. Your first and last name, or first, middle, and last name, those are also lessons that contribute to your life purpose, or your destiny, right? So, threes, I had to overcome like stage fright doing these videos. And so and I still get really nervous before I start these, like, oh my God, do I have enough info? But um so threes, I'm getting used to it. Creativity. I write books, I make jewelry, I do readings and healing work, and I also do these videos. So, seven, a lot of what I speak about is intuition, mediumship skills. I do a lot of stuff on how to uplift and how you can help yourself, right? So, and then one, I'm a good example, and I'm accountable for what I talk about, right? I always give you my sources. So, there's that. Now, a lot of people ask me, about other things, and we're going to talk about this next chart. It's the heart's desire number. It has nothing to do with like who your next honey bun's going to be. Okay, it has to do with you. What is your heart's desire? What do you truly want and desire for yourself? That's what this number is about. And so we're going to go through, and we're going to we've got our chart created, right? And we're going to look at our numbers for our name, which is going to be the destiny number. And we're going to go through and we're going to circle the vowels. And then we're going to add them up. Okay? So it looks like this. See how I've done that? I've circled all my vowels. I get a lot of vowels. And my first name, the vowels are end up being 18, which equals a 9. And my second name is 6. 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. Okay. So for the heart's desire number, there's a difference in what the numbers mean. Okay. And one of those, number one is self pride or ego, sources of happiness, leading, being in charge, coming in first, risks and challenges, trying to control others, extreme single mindedness. 2 is togetherness, connecting people and connecting with people, being a great team player, sources of happiness, being a part of a team of relationships. Okay, so being part of a team, different relationships, risks and challenges, submission, inability to form opinions. Okay, so you always want to be able to form your own opinion. All right. Create three is creativity, creating using imagination, sources of happiness, creating entertainment, inventing. Risks and challenges are capriciousness, chaos, and being scatterbrained. Four. If you're a four, it's stability. Sources of happiness is being organized, planning. Risks and challenges, rigidity, incapable of having fun, fear of change. A five is exploration, sources of happiness, adventures, traveling, exploring. Risks and challenges, impetuousness, and indecisiveness. Six, house and home, nurturing and being with realizing that your home is within you, right? You are always home. So, risks and challenges, getting locked in a routine, fixedness, being fixated. Seven, knowledge, spirituality, and intuition, sources of happiness, learning, reading widely and deeply. Risks and challenges, social anxiety, becoming closed off to others. Eight. Eight is success, acquiring and accumulating. Sources of happiness, being successful, having a big bank account, and more. Risks and challenges, greed, selfishness, and competitiveness. Nine is empathy, becoming a better person, sources of happiness, caring for the community and the planet. Risks and challenges, lack of stability and irrationality. 11, intuitiveness, understanding oneself, developing self worth, sources of happiness, understanding oneself, developing self worth. Your risks and challenges are lack of stability, irrationality, distrust of logic. 22, constructing or making, sources of happiness, making and building things, putting things together. Risks and challenges, unwillingness to deviate from the plan, uncomfortable with breaks and rest. 33, charity, sources of happiness, showing compassion, bringing joy. Risks and challenges, self sacrifice, extreme tenderheartedness. Okay, so I've listed I've listed what each number um, is, what the meanings of each number. Sorry, I'm getting let me go like this. Okay, so I've listed each number. I'm also going to put this in a blog tomorrow so that you can see the list with the reference to the power of numbers. All right, because it can help you, it can give you guidance, and maybe even like that little part of you that needs to relax a little bit and go, oh, okay, I am, I am doing my thing. I am in the right space and place. I am getting it going on. Because sometimes when we see things like this, we have that relief, we have that backup, because all of us are intuitive. All of us can use our intuition, at least for ourselves. We feel those intuitive hits. And when we feel them and follow through with them, it's great. But sometimes we get those intuitive hits and we're like, well, you know what? Maybe I need a backup thing. Maybe I need something to assist me. And that's why we have, like, we use pendulums. And so we have pendulums that we use. We have oracle cards. We have tarot cards. We have all these ways of divining to assist us with having comfort in the things that we do or the choices that we make, so that we can overcome our fears and really be the people that we are. You know, Because why be on earth and have these great lives if we can't, have feel great about our lives, feel that joy of living, right? And so if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, why isn't this working? Or I have this feeling I need to go do this. Remember to really like take a deep breath and connect to your spirit guides and angels. And even if you have to use a pendulum or use numerology or meditate, it's okay. It's okay to do that because sometimes it takes you. I always tell myself, I'll give myself 3 days when I'm making a decision, a big one. I have 3 days. I'm giving myself 3 days to think about my decision and follow through with my decision, whether it's go with it or not go with it. But by the third day, I know that I'm making the best decision for myself, right? And so, with that being said, giving you this information tonight, hopefully, it will help you discern something about yourself, and it will help make that thing happen, that shift happen within you, so that you can learn how to be accountable and follow through with the things that you truly want to do. Even if others don't like it, who cares? It's not their life, it's yours, right? Right. Okay. All right. So that's the numerology thing for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to know more, I really do like this book. She explains a lot. And like I said, I got it from Five Below. Five Below is a great shop. They have great books there now these days. So I got it from Five Below. Check out Five Below for the numerology book. Okay. It's The Power of Numbers. All right. So that's it for tonight. Have an awesome night. Have an awesome week. And remember, keep your heart open and align with the energy of love. And I'll see you next time. Bye.